see behind me is the Nissan 350Z, and the owner is Dan, who's going to casually slide in. So anyone following on from this, now that is your entrance you've got to beat, by the way, okay? Okay, so Dan, I've known you since having a Mark II Golf, which this is obviously going slightly the opposite way to the Volkswagen side of things. So if you want to tell us how you've had the car and how come the change from the Volkswagen side, I guess.
Okay, so obviously when you knew me through the Volkswagens, they always came up cheaper. So that's why I always got them.
Yeah.
This car in particular was a childhood dream of mine. I've wanted it ever since sort of in my teens when I was playing like Need for Speed Underground and watching all the Fast and Furious movies and stuff like that. And the opportunity came up. I was in the middle of trying to rebuild the Mark II. And I was starting to lose love for it because I used to drive it as a daily car, and as soon as I took it off, that was it. It kind of put the last nail in the coffin. And this came up. I decided to sell up the Mark II, sell up what other cars that I had, and buy this. Obviously, when I first bought this, it wasn't looking as it is now. It was originally silver. It had the air ride on it, and there was a couple of interior bits done to it, but that was pretty much it. So everything that you see here is all being done by me. I've had it for the last, I want to say like almost 2 years now.
Did you say most of it sort of a lockdown or pre-lockdown build as well?
It was, so the build started before the lockdown came in, and I actually finished it. Obviously, COVID kicked in, and it meant that all the work that I did, that I rushed to do, was kind of all to waste, but at the same time not, because I drive this car as my daily car. This is driven daily, as you see it now. Apart from in the winter when the wheels change, because these are very expensive, and I don't really want to get salt and grip.
Try and protect them a little bit.
So
it's bad enough on the roads locally, isn't it? Mind with decent wheels, don't mind the bad weather and the salt, obviously as well. Cool. So engine-wise, is it standard? What sort of bits have you done to it since you had it? Or?
Well, mostly it's pretty much standard. When I first got the car, everything that you see engine bay wise is how I got it. By the looks of it, it has a new strut brace bar put in and new air filter. Whether it does any power to it at all is another question. I really don't think it does. But other than that, it is pretty much standard. I did get it tuned by Momentum Tuning. He'd done a great job on adding a little bit more power and better throttle response to the engine. But otherwise, like I say, it's pretty much standard.
Obviously the styling on this, is this something you can get as a complete aftermarket kit?
You can and you can't. So the kit that I've got here is all a mix match of different pieces. So the front bumper is a KBD V2 Nismo front bumper. Then when you go onto the side skirts, they are Vertex style side skirts. And then onto the rear is a Chargespeed rear bumper. I decided to go for this mix match of the kit because in my eyes it looks the best for the style that I was going for.
Well, like I said, you've got an image in your head of what you want the end product to be, I suppose, so, or the end look. So you kind of, well, cleverly you've kind of, like I said, mixed and matched the look you want to build your own kind of styling kit, I guess, rather than just buying a complete kit off the shelf, so to speak, I suppose. But it would have been a lot easier, I suppose.
It would have been.
But then you're getting a look you only partly like it, I suppose, because you like the front sort of front look of it. Obviously the sides and rear might not have matched that look you had in your head, I suppose.
That's the thing, like, I didn't want to have a kit that everybody had. I wanted to mix and match it so you could tell it looked different to everybody else.
Exactly. Well, like you said, you're putting your mark on your car and you're building it for you, so you've got that vision of what you want.
That's it,
So I suppose while we're talking about that, we've got to talk about the huge wing on the back.
Yes, the main eyesore for most people. It's a big Country Labs wing with its highest rise brackets on it. Again, I decided to go for that because it was another image that I had in my head. It had to have a big wing.
Yeah.
But most of the big wings that you end up seeing, they end up being mounted sort of like in the middle here, where the line points up, and then you've got the mounted here. When I never set out to try and find a company that would do the mounts wider apart, so it would add to the width of the actual car itself.
Yeah,
and it didn't look odd.
It fills the width better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we're looking at towards the back of the car and the styling. Obviously, again, it purely suits this, I guess, your look, and definitely suits the back end of the car.
Yes.
Exhaust-wise, what are we looking at here?
So up near the front of the exhaust, we've got high flow cats from Torkin. Then the rest of the exhaust system is custom made by Coal Hill Custom. They did the full system for me. It's a full true dual system, so it's not a case of like from the front it goes into a single and then comes to a dual, like the whole thing.
Wheel and tyre setup?
Work Seeker CCX wheels. Got them through Driftworks. They helped to supply them.
So they've been quite helpful for a few things.
They were custom built in Japan because that's where the Work Wheels factory is. And so fitment wise, we're at the front. We're looking at 10.5 JET 0 with a 19-inch diameter. And then on the rear, again 19s, but 11.5 wide, so an extra inch wide.
That was going to be my question. What was the width on the rear?
Yeah, that's it.
11.5.
Yeah, 11.5 again, ET0.
That's a big wheel.
Yeah, that is a very big wheel.
Yeah. So obviously we'll be talking about the air. And obviously
right, so the boot build was done by Only Charge Dubs. They are based in Midlands, I believe.
Somebody else was talking to me about these. Actually, one of my friends was on about these. Again, they're quite well known.
Yeah, they're a very good company. I mean, so I bought the car with this on.
Oh, okay.
So this was already done for me. There is a few things that I have changed with it just to update it a bit and make it a bit more suitable for daily driving. But yeah, otherwise it's Only Charge Dubs that built it. It's got Accuair CV tank. That's a compressor. No, it's not compressor. It's not CV. It's a VT tank. So it's a valve tank.
Oh, okay. What size is the tank? Is that a 5 gallon or a bit bigger?
I'm not entirely sure on that. I haven't looked up the
obviously you're running 2 compressors.
But yeah, I've got 2 compressors, hardline setup, and obviously we've got their nice little logo here. But as for like the changes that I've done to the air ride itself, I've added some exhaust ports, some exhaust port mufflers, so when I'm airing out it's dead silent.
Yeah, I noticed that because you hear a lot of vehicles we've had around and coming in, and they're you've got that distinctive sound of it airing out, which is quite cool. Yeah. But I noticed when you come in, it was a lot quiet, wasn't it?
Yeah, because the exhaust ports are actually inside the car, so they would have been quiet on the outside anyway. Yeah. But it made it really loud inside because you have all of that noise instead of being outside inside the car.
It's got nowhere else to go.
So I added those, so it makes it a lot quieter.
So interior, again, obviously trying to work out and show people what you've done from standard.
Yes.
Interior-wise, have you done much modifying with that? I mean, I can see again the carbon sort of flowing inside the vehicle from the outside styling.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll show you inside. Interior-wise, there's quite a bit that has been done to it. The seats, they were recaros. They were trimmed in a Royce cream leather. Yeah. Same with the gear gaiter as well. That was done to match up. And then everything else that's been done to the interior was of my doing. So the carbon steering wheel. It's a standard steering wheel, but it's had the bottom half like sort of flat bottomed, and then carbon. Yeah, so carbon on the bottom and then on the top, and then you got the perforated leather pistol grip handles for it.
who's coming with the Nissan 350Z. If anyone's got any cool cars out there that want to get involved and bring them in, please look down in the description. You'll see links to our social media pages. You can always drop us a message on or leave a comment below. It'd be really cool to get some more vehicles in. Obviously, we want to try and put as much content out and interesting content out for you all, so that obviously there's something different each week, whether it be 2 wheels, 4 wheels. We've got a few cool vehicles already been in that we're working behind the scenes on to get the videos out, so we want to try and put more content more frequently for you. And after that, big thank you, and we'll see you real soon.